So let's also not forget today the use of mechanism which is related to special mechanisms and the Human Rights Council. We shouldn't neglect its role because it's highly important, especially that there are recommendations sent always and continuously, because these states are somehow feeling shy in some of their meetings, especially when the violations of human rights are being mentioned. And this subjects that such state could have visits to it in case there wasn't an actual response to the working teams. So we can really focus on such mechanisms and the mechanisms related to Human Rights Council. Also, if we speak about the international community, we have important opportunities to demand Saudi Arabia to respect the agreements which they have signed, or the binding agreements, and we can file a lawsuit against the before the International Justice Court, in which the persons cannot do that individually. However, we can do that. We can do that through exercising or motivating the pressure, or motivating the states who really respect human rights to file complaints before the International Justice Court for against Saudi Arabia for its violation, especially that these violations don't just affect the Saudi nationals, but also outside Saudi Arabia, in which we can witness that in Bahrain, in Yemen, and other countries. Today, there are a lot of significations for different jurisdictions, national, international, which we can, through help the victims and their family members, especially when the national mechanisms aren't sufficient. And unfortunately, because the judiciary system in Saudi Arabia is a mean of revenge against those victims and a means of violations for them. Today, the Saudi Arabia, instead of doing all of the sports washing, do actual and true political economic reforms, empowering the individuals, protecting their rights against any violations by the government, and allowing the individual and the citizen to participate in the community without any discrimination, any repression. And this, of course, happens when the death penalty is stopped, and only ends when all the prisoners of opinion are set free